first, we need a line of reflection, okay? Which is gonna be basically our mirror, right? So if you look in a mirror, you see a reflection, okay? So in this case, we're first gonna have to identify what the line of reflection is, and this will be our mirror. Where are we reflecting? And then obviously the image will be the image that is brought back to you or reflected. Okay, so now, so these are definitions. The line of reflection is the line that separates a point and its reflected image. So think about if you stand in front of a mirror, it looks like your reflection is the same distance from the mirror, right? Because if you move closer, then your reflection moves closer, right? And if you move away or further back, exactly, then your reflection looks like it's further away. So that's how it works, okay? So then we are gonna first talk about reflections where your mirror is the x-axis. So our line of reflection for our first type of reflection will be the x-axis. So I didn't even want to laugh, but that is hilarious. So let's look. In this case, so is our x-axis the horizontal or the vertical line? Which one is it? Is our x-axis the horizontal axis or the vertical axis? Hi, book guys. There's how many of us? 91 of us. 91. Thank you. Some answers. It's the horizontal one, okay? It's the horizontal one, meaning the one that goes from left to right, all right? So that will be our mirror. So we're gonna have a image on one side of the mirror, and obviously your reflection has to be the other side. I know, Abu, it took me a very long time to know the difference between horizontal and vertical. Think of it like this, Abu. If you're looking at the horizon, okay, you're looking at the sunset or whatever the horizon, you're looking at the flat line, right? And then the other one is just the vertical. That's how I remember it. So the horizon looks like you're looking at everything across. So that's why the horizontal is the one that is across. Okay, so anyone else who might be getting confused about horizontal and vertical, that's how I remember it. I don't know how else you guys remember. Tando says that's how I remember it because it's difficult to remember. But yeah, so now we have an original shape. Let's look at our original shape over here. It would be A, B, C. So these are my coordinates for the original shape, A, B, and C. Okay, now I'm telling you, I'm reflecting the shape on the x-axis. So let's look at the reflected points, A prime, B prime, C prime. What do you notice? What's different about these points? What's different about A and A prime, B and B prime, as well as C and C prime? Oh, Tando didn't even let me finish. Y coordinate. What's different about the Y coordinate? Yes, Siam Tanda? Oh, Siam Tanda's hand just vanished. What's different about the Y coordinate? Yes, Palisa?
Then the Y coordinates are negative.
They're negative. So the signs changed, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Thanks. So that's how you know that we have reflected about the x-axis. So to reflect on the x-axis, you change the sign of y coordinate. Notice I didn't say that you make it negative. I mean, you change the sign. So my question is, if all the y coordinates were negative in the beginning, then they would become what? Positive. And then in this case, since they were all positive, they all became negative. So we're not making them negative, we're changing the sign. Okay, so it's the opposite of what it was before. Yes, Fatima, do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. No, I don't. I actually wanted to answer on that, but I see it's not a question. I answered the first question. So I'm putting my hand down for now.
Okay, Fatima, that's fine. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys get the point. So we don't make them negative, you change the sign. What if you don't change the sign? Would you get it wrong? Yes, psi, because it would not move. Okay, because look at the reflections here. Look at the reflections. A is where? Is on the top of my x-axis. So since we changed the sign of the y-coordinate, it moves to the bottom. Do you see? So we're changing the position because we're trying to reflect it. And how do you know that you have reflected it properly, guys? If you were to fold this paper, that shape will fall exactly on itself. Imagine that you are folding this paper on the x-axis. This triangle will fall exactly on this triangle. Okay. So when we say you are reflecting on the x-axis, okay, that means your x is your mirror. Yes, Tabang, they are congruent. They are the exact same triangle. If you fold this paper that way, these triangles will fall exactly on each other. Okay, so the negative signs on the drawing above don't change. What do you mean? What do you mean, Sai? Let me show you with a point, okay? Maybe with a point it will make a little bit more sense. Look here, Sai. So I'm telling you that my line of reflection is the x-axis, right? Which means it's this one. This is my mirror. Okay, let's try again. That's my mirror. That means, Sai, if you are standing, imagine this is you. You're standing over here. That means your reflection is going to be where? Over here, right? So that's what we're doing now. So my question is, Sai, if you are standing in front of a mirror, is your reflection a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right? No, it's directly in front of you, isn't it? Do you agree with that? Your reflection will be directly in front of you. Do you see why it's not moving sideways? As far as being in front of itself, it's directly in front. But they are on opposite sides. Now look at the point P. It is 1, 2, 3 away from the mirror. So the reflection has to be 1, 2, 3 away from the mirror, just in the opposite direction. So the point will not move sideways, okay? Your reflection won't somehow be on a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. It will be directly in front of you. And if you are 2 centimeters away, you assume your reflection would be 2 centimeters away from the mirror. Do you feel better about that? Hopefully that explanation was a little bit more, made a little bit more sense. Okay. There we go. So now the only difference is if you're doing it with a shape, look at these points as individuals, okay? First you reflect A. Okay, let's look at A. So this is my mirror. A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the mirror. Therefore, you expect A prime to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the mirror. There we go. It's been reflected. So it has to be the exact same distance from your mirror. It's directly in front of it. It didn't move left or right, but it is the same amount of units away. Yes, Palesa?
Ma'am, when you're counting from the mirror, do you count like literally on top of the mirror or the next line?
The next one. Look here. You see I didn't put it on the mirror?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you count from the next one. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all.
You're welcome. Yes, Sai. So you change the signs, Sai, because you're changing directions, right? In this case, you were going up, but in this case, you're going down. So you can't say 3 for both of them. The one is positive 3, and the one is negative 3. So for the first one, you were going upwards. For the next one, you're going downwards. So do you see, guys? Hopefully everybody understands a little bit better. Yes, because we are reflecting about the x-axis. Do you see, Gwenna? Yes, so it must be the same distance because we're reflecting about the x-axis. Everybody good? Okay. Now, yes, there we go. Now, obviously, with the y-axis, now we're moving on to the y-axis. Okay, This time, which one is my mirror? Is it the vertical or the horizontal one? When I started writing the word, and I know he was writing the correct word. No, he wasn't, never mind. The vertical one. This guy over here. This time my mirror is this one. Okay, so this time the points are directly next to across from each other. But do you see that it's the same thing, guys? It's literally the same thing. So this time my mirror is over there, right? So let's look at our points. Our original points are over here again. A, B, and C. That is this triangle. Okay, I'm gonna highlight it with yellow so that we can see which one I'm talking about. And then my reflection, this time what's different about the points, guys? What's different about the coordinates for the reflection and the original? There we go. This time the X coordinate has changed. Do you see, guys? This time the X coordinate has changed. And do you see again, if you fold this paper in half on the Y-axis, that triangle will fall directly on, it's like, it will seem like it's one triangle. So you look at distance again. Look at distance again. Look at the point T. If my mirror is here, okay, then T is 1, 2 units away from the mirror, and therefore T prime has to be 1, 2 away from the mirror. This is transformations. Okay. There we go, guys. So let me write down our little note over here. So for reflections about the Y-axis, your X coordinate will change signs. So the X coordinate will change signs. So once again, one will be positive, one will be negative because it's direction. The positive one says, walk to the right. The negative one says, walk to the left. So the other one is on the left-hand side and the other one is on the right. Also, if it's horizontal, you change the Y, and if it's vertical, you change the X. Correct. That is correct. Elijah, do you have a question? Yes, go ahead.
Miss. So what is the signs? Is the signs like the gradient or what is it?
No, it's the positive and negative in front. So look here. You know coordinates are written in the form XY, right?
Yes.
So let's look here. Let's look at the point A. So the original one was -6 and 5, right?
Yeah.
But then it's 6 and 5. So which coordinate changed? Is it the X one or the Y one?
The Y one.
Remember, it was -6, 5, and now it's 6, 5. Which one changed? Look carefully.
Oh, the X one, the X one.
The X one. So when I say signs, Elijah, I mean these in front. Do you see that it was negative?
Yes.
But it became positive. And only one of them changed. Do you see that the 5 didn't change? Only one of them. There we go. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Beautiful. Wonderful. I love it. Okay. Fatima, it's here.
Ma'am, how I thought when you reflect, it only goes down to the, what do they call this? Like down to the x-axis. So how did you go from that side?
Yeah, but this is the y-axis. Did you see that we changed?
Oh, the y-axis. Okay. Oh, yeah.
First one
okay.
was the x-axis. And now we are on the y-axis. So this tells you where you are folding the paper. So this time we're folding the paper like this. So the image has to be on the right and the left. The first one we were folding it like this. You get it?
I didn't read the question. That's why, because I thought we're still on the x-axis. Then I was like, how I read that when we're on the y x-axis? But now I understand. I was lost.
Okay, as long as you understand. We're good? Okay, yes, Mbalenhle?
Ma'am, so like with the y-axis, it still has to like be in the same direction and then the same amount of units. The
Yes.
y-axis.
Yes, but this
Okay.
time it's a different coordinate, okay?
Okay.
Because C, how far is C from the Y? 1, 2, right?
Yes.
So C prime is also 1, 2, but in the opposite direction.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, I saw another question. Kaya.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
So if the shapes are horizontal, the y-axis is always going to be the y-axis are going to be negative, and if it's vertical, the x-axis are negative.
Yes, the coordinates, remember,
Always.
not the axis. The coordinates.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've got it. Yeah? So if it's the vertical one, it's the x coordinates. If it's the horizontal, it's the y coordinate. You got it. Exactly correct.
Yeah, thank you.
We good? Okay. Nice, guys. We're asking questions. So, thumbs up, thumbs down. Now that we've asked our questions, we're going to do exercises just now, obviously, but how are we feeling so far? For all the new people, you go to reactions and you press thumbs up or thumbs down, or you can send it in the chat. Okay, don't be shy to say thumbs down. I'll just help you. Okay. So far, it feels like we're okay. Now, let's practice. Let's practice. I'm first going to insert a line because we have two different questions actually here. So I'm going to answer one of them on the left and one of them on the right. So our question says, write the coordinates of the image if you reflect these on the X and the Y axis. Okay, so we're going to reflect them. Okay, let me write reflect on X axis. And on this side, we're going to reflect on Y axis, the same points. And then it says, write the general rule. Now, I want us to start with the general rule. Okay. I want us to start with the general rule. So if I'm reflecting on the y-axis, which coordinate changes? If my point was x, y, my point was xy, we're reflecting on the x-axis, which point changes? Yes, Fatima?
It's 3, it becomes negative on the x-axis.
Okay, wait. We haven't started with the question, eh? I'm saying, if we are reflection on the x-axis, is it the x or the y that changes the sign?
It's the x. No, it's the y. It's vice versa.
Y. It is vice versa. Okay, so the x will remain the same and the y will change signs. And the other one, if we're reflecting on the y-axis, which one will change?
The x.
Nice, Fatima. You're doing a good job. I love it. Okay, guys, so those are general rules, okay? So reflection on x-axis, y changes. Let me highlight the y so that you can all see it. And reflection on the y-axis means the x will change. Okay. Now
Yes.
let's reflect the points. Okay, so A was 3, 4. What will A prime be if we're reflecting it on the x-axis?
A prime will be 3, then
Mhm.
comma, -4.
Beautiful, Fatima. Let's see. B, it was -3 and 4. So it will become what?
It will be -3 and -4.
Nice. Okay. So C was both negative. So it was -3 and -3.
It's
And it becomes a
negative
-4. Excuse
me. No, it's 4. Sorry,
Let me
ma'am.
fix it. Fix it. There we go. Okay. So it becomes
-3 and +4.
nice. And the last one is D, which was what? +3 and -4. And it will become what?
It becomes +3 and +4.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Fatima. That was beautiful. Okay. I love it, guys. I see Tando has a hand up. Tando, do you have a question? His or her? I'm not sure. Tando?
Hi, ma'am.
Here we go. It's his hand. What's up?
Ma'am, I was thinking if I could answer the y-axis.
Let's do it. Okay. Let me first write the original points. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So it's 24. B is -3, 4. C is -E. E. My bracket is facing the wrong way, guys. I just had a mental break. -3 and -4. And the last one, D, is +3 and -4. Okay, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's A prime?
Okay, so A prime is bracket -3, semicolon, semicolon, 4.
Nice. B
And
prime?
then B is bracket +3, semicolon, 4.
Nice. C prime?
And the C is +3, semicolon, -4.
Nice. And D?
And the last one is -3, semicolon, -4.
Beautiful, Tando.
Yes, ma'am.
We're getting it, guys. We're getting it. Actually, we've gotten it. I think we got it. Okay, Desmarie, do you have a question? Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Hey, do you have a question?
I had a question about the X if it changes, but then it was already answered.
Okay, wonderful. As long as you got your answer. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
nice. Okay, guys. So I'm seeing concerning messages on my chat about not understanding. Okay. So, guys, just look at the 2 points. Okay. Take a screenshot if you need to. Here we are reflecting on the x-axis. So we change the y. Here we are reflecting on the y-axis. So we change the x. Okay. Do we understand? Sinesihle, do you have a specific question?
Yes, ma'am. You see, ma'am, C, ma'am, is -3 and -4, ma'am. And then you see D, ma'am, is also -3 and -4. Do we make a dot on top of it, or we just leave it out?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean if you were reflecting them, if you were drawing these?
Yes, ma'am.
Because remember, the original C is the same as the reflected D. You just draw
Oh,
it
that's
on
what I
top
was
of
asking, ma'am. So do we continue to make a dot, or we just leave it out because it's the same thing?
to make a dot.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, are we good? Are we good? I hope so, because there's still one more reflection we need to do. We've done reflection on the x-axis, reflection on the y-axis, but there's one more. There will be a lunch break when I'm satisfied. Okay, but now I'm not satisfied. Oh, I just blinded myself with the light. Okay. Now, nobody freak out. Nobody freak out. Okay, now we're going to reflect on the line y equals x. Okay, that is this guy over here, the diagonal line. Guys, what does y equals x mean? The line y equals x. If x is 1, then what is y? It's 1. If x is 5, then what is 1? Y. It is 5. So it means they are the same amount. Do you see that this line is plotted to be the same? Let me show you. Look here. X is -1, but so is y. X is -2, but so is y. X is -3, but so is y. So we want to reflect images now on this diagonal line over here. Okay, that means that let's say your original, let's look at the point B. We have a point over here. So your image has to be on the other side of what? This line. Isn't this your mirror? That's your mirror, right? And then look at the line. It has a sign. What do these little kolikis mean? These signs, what do these mean? What do those mean, guys? Yes, Elijah?
It means parallel.
Try again. Check in the chat.
Equal. No.
There we go. Yes, it's equal.
Equal.
Yeah, remember, we said your reflection is the same distance away from the mirror as the actual picture. Do we remember that, guys? We said if you are standing 2 units away from the mirror, then your reflection will be 2 units away from the mirror, but the opposite direction. Okay, so then that means the distance from here to the line y equals x will be the same distance as from there to B prime. And yes, not only is it equal, the angle will be 90. They are perpendicular. Beautiful. Okay, nice, Sai and Abu. That was beautiful. So they will be perpendicular and they are equidistant. Now, what do you notice about the points? Let's talk about B and B prime. We swap the coordinates. So that's literally what we're going to do with reflecting on y equals x. You swap the coordinates. Okay. So for this one, the rule is swap the coordinates. For those who might not have seen it, look carefully. B, the original point, was -2, 3. And then B prime was 3, -2. That means they swapped. Okay. Are we with me, guys? Are we with me? Are we good? So we have done 3 types of reflecting today. We did reflecting on the x-axis, which means you make your y change signs. Reflecting on the y-axis, which means your x changes signs. And reflecting on the line, y equals x, which means you swap the coordinates. That's it. Okay. I hope we're good. We're going to do practice just now. Now we have to do practice. Let's do this practice quickly. I feel like it's going to fly quickly. Okay. We are reflecting these points on the line y equals x. Literally, the rule is above, right? The rule is just above this question. So let's see. Number 1, what is A prime? Yes, Balisa.
Ma'am, A prime is 7 semicolon 5.
Nice. Okay, what's B prime?
B prime is 7 semicolon -5.
Nice. C prime.
3 prime is, C is -7 and -5.
Good. D prime.
Prime -7 semicolon 5.
Prime.
C prime is 0 -0 4, sorry.
And lastly, F prime.
And the last one is -4 0.
Oh, thank you very much, Melissa.
Welcome, ma'am.
That was correct, and that was lovely. Beautifully done. Okay, Palisa's hand just went up again, so I'm wondering if she has a question. Palisa, do you have a question? Let's hear. Oh, never mind, it's gone. Okay, it should be fast, Gabriella. Was it too quick? Did I lose you guys? Remember, we're doing the line y equals x, so we were just swapping the coordinates. Okay. So I feel like y equals x is the easiest one to remember. Because with the other two, you have to remember which one gets the negative, this and this and that and that and that. But the one y equals x, you just swap the coordinates and that's it. Okay, are we ready for our brain break? We are back to would you rather. So can I have a few marks? Not marks, hands. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I just said marks. A few hands. We're going on a brain break. Brain break. Nice. Chloe is the first one. Chloe, would you rather always wear a sweaty shirt or sweaty socks?
Sweaty socks.
Mm.
Ma'am, I can't do a sweaty shirt. Imagine your whole body, your entire body smelling like sweat. My feet is still at the bottom. People are not gonna look there. We're not gonna do it.
You know it's gonna be sticky. Oh,
ma'am, let's not talk about that. As long as now, if people hug me and they can still say I smell good, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay.
Take off your shoes.
Oh, ma'am, let's not talk about the cons today.
Oh, guys, I enjoy choosing these. I really enjoy choosing these. Okay, thanks, Chloe. Let's hear what Oratile prefers. Oratile, sweaty socks, sweaty shirt.
Ma'am, I'd rather have a sweaty shirt.
Shirt! So you can't hug anyone, Oratile. You mustn't hug anyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Ugh.
I don't like hugs.
Okay. Oratile, that's fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Oratile is like, look, that's my answer and I'm done. Becky, are you ready? Becky, would you rather half your height or double your weight?
Half my height.
Me, if I did that, ne?
I'm really short, but I would half my height.
Exactly. So you want to be
half my height.
Me, I'd rather double my weight. Never. Sai asked me what my height is. I'm gonna write it in the chat. I would rather double my weight. I'm very sorry. I would rather double my weight. I would never. Elijah?
I would rather double my weight because I can't half my height because I'm very short.
Exactly, Elijah. I agree. I agree with you, guys. And I stopped growing. So imagine if I halved my height. I am very short, guys. I'm very small, actually. Like body-wise. Next, Mandla. I feel like this is hilarious. Would you rather have zombie hands grab you at night or your pet starts saying creepy things at night? Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
You hear the question?
No, ma'am.
Would you rather have zombie hands touch you at night or your pet start saying creepy things at night?
Rather my pet, ma'am. At least I'll be talking to a friend.
I can't believe this. You guys are so creepy. Guys, I can't believe it. And then Mandla laughs. Like, I'm so defeated. Yeah, guys. Our guys, and I can't choose my pet because I love him. I will kick him right out the window because why are you talking? Imagine in a deep voice. Hello. What? Guys, imagine the next morning. Just imagine the next morning. You're going to be looking at each other like, I heard you last night, bruh. That dog's just like it's content. Oh, exactly. It's going to start barking. You're like, no. I heard you. I heard you. I knew that was you talking. Guys, not never. Rather zombie hands and kick the dog right out the window. Okay, Gwena, here's your question.
Hello.
Would you rather eat nothing but a salad or nothing but dessert for the whole week?
I'd rather eat a salad because like desserts, I'll get
Yeah, I'd
rotten
also eat
teeth, man. You see,
salad.
like I love my teeth, you see, man. So like I'm a really healthy guy, you know.
Yeah, I can't relate to that one. I'm not a very healthy person. But I'd rather eat salad, guys. I'd rather eat salad. I can't imagine eating sweet stuff every single day forever and ever. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know, you get me, man. You get me,
Yeah.
you get me.
When I chose the right option, not you guys that are scaring me, saying you'd rather hear your pets talk at night. Me, I don't know what to do with you guys. Tando, are you ready for the last one?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you rather have the sidewalks covered in cockroaches or covered in worms?
Worms.
Ew.
Cockroaches have legs. They can go up on you. Worms, they're just cool.
People were saying cockroaches, imagine they start flying.
That would be a problem.
Guys, that's enough for the day. Woo! Okay, let's stretch, guys. I was like, if they fly, I fly. Oh, also, who is saying the zombies are already in? You know what, guys? I'm done. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, let's move on. Okay, here's a nice summary of the rules if you guys want to take screenshots. Okay, so reflection on the y-axis, you change the x. Reflection on the x-axis, you change the y. And reflection on the line y equals x, you swap the coordinates. So you guys can take a nice summary, screenshot of the summary so that you have all the rules in one place. There we go. Yes, Elijah.
How do you screenshot?
Are you on your laptop?
Yes.
Press the Windows key. Do you know the Windows one that looks like Windows? And then there's a button that says PRTSC at the top.
What does it say?
PRTSC. It's a print screen. Look here, I wrote it. You see it? It should be at the top.
Oh, I see. PRT.
Thank you, Morandi.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, guys. So that's a nice summary. So let's continue. We still have 15 minutes to do something meaningful in this lesson. Nice. So, no, we've already done this. Now, we are going to do a little exercise, okay? First, we're going to reflect an image on the x-axis, and then we're going to reflect the image that we just got on the line y equals x. Okay, so first thing they say, draw the line y equals x. We're not going to do y equals negative x because we haven't done that yet. Okay, so I'm going to draw the line y equals x. Remember, the line is at where the points are equal. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2. So let's draw my line. Okay. There. There. Okay, are we good? That's our line. Now we have a triangle T with vertices 3, 1, 1, 1, and 2, 2. What are vertices again? Remind us, guys. Anyone know what vertices are? Points. Okay, but not really. Corners. There we go. Okay, Elijah, there we go. Okay, vertices are points. Okay, corners. So now we know we're drawing a triangle and these are the corners of the triangle. Now let's plot it. So the first one is at 1 and 1. So there's my first point. The next one is at 3 and 1. So there's my next point. And my last one is at 2 and 2. So 2 of these points are actually on the line y equals x. So let's draw our triangle. Whoop. Set another one. Whoop. And we're done. So the red triangle is called what, guys? They said we must call it triangle. What? Nope, not the type of triangle, just the name. It's called triangle T. Okay. So it's called triangle T. There, it says it over there. So now we have the first triangle. Why? Because it's in the instructions. Remember they said draw triangle T with these following corners. That means that this triangle, look there. There we go, it's okay. Now they say take triangle T and reflect it on the x-axis. Remind me again, if we're reflecting on the x-axis, what do we do to the points? Let me first name these points. So A is 1, 1. B is 3, 1. And C is 2, 2. So now we want my new coordinates that we've reflected. We change the y values. Beautiful. So then A prime will be what? A prime will be 1 and negative 1. Remember, we're changing the y values. So the x value doesn't change, but the y becomes negative 1. Wonderful. What's B prime? What's the coordinate for B prime? Thank you. 3 and negative 1. And the last one, the coordinate for C prime. Abu, be careful. Remember, we don't change the x coordinate. 2 and negative 2. Okay, did I lose anyone in this process? Let's have a short check-in. Did I lose anyone in this process? Not at all. Wonderful. Now, let us draw our new triangle, which is 1, 1, and negative 1. Okay, 3 and negative 1, and 2 and negative 2. These triangles are very tiny. I should have chosen something with better coordinates. There we go. And while I'm drawing it, please tell me my new triangle is called what? My new triangle is called, Nerish is like Bob. It's triangle U. You guys are so silly. So this one is triangle U. Now they say take U and reflect it on the line y equals x. So now we're going to take these coordinates. Kingdom. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. Okay. So we're going to reflect these coordinates on the line, y equals x. So we're going to start with A prime, which was 1, -1. B prime, which was 3, -1. And C prime, which was 2 and -2. Okay, so first one will be what? We use double primes now. There we go, -1 and 1, because we swapped them. B will be thank you, -1 and 3. And the last one, -2 and 2. Now let's draw it. Okay, let's draw it. So A will be -1 and 1. B, -1 and 3, which is over there. And my C is -2 and 2. So my triangle is over there. So as I am drawing this, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do we get the gist of reflections? Do we get the gist of reflections? Next time we are doing, I believe, rotation. Thumbs up, we are good. Any questions? There we go. Yes, Wanga. Hello, you may unmute. Okay, while we wait for Wanga, please do the poll and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Here we go. Yes, Wanga, what's up?
What's the name of the topic?
Transformations.